It's about time.
Hey guys, Ambient here from Into StarCraft, and I got another Terran tutorial for you guys. In this map, I will just give you guys kind of general ideas on how to use that 1-1-1 build effectively, and multiple different ways you can use it. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to fast expand with it against a Terran opponent. So this is not against Zerg, this is not against Protoss, this is against a TVT matchup. So the map is Lost Temple. Again, it is a Terran versus Terran matchup, and I'm going to go for that 1-1-1 build, but I'm going to go for fast expand because I want to do that. I want to get a really big mech army and then basically crush my opponent with all that metal and weight. I do play random on the Battle.net servers, so right now I'm not going to scout because I don't want to give my opponent a heads up on what race I am. I want him to have to guess what his opening is going to be, what build he wants to go to. Does he have to wall in? Does he got to go for more of a mech build because he's going against Zerg? Does he need to get his gas early? Gas, not ass, sorry. So I will not scout, but normally if I was playing Terran in like a tournament or something like that, I would scout and just keep scouting his base to see what he does, because I want to see if he's going to do early aggression or not. So with this 1-1-1 build is you get a 12 barracks, 13 refinery into a 15 refinery, and then a 16 orbital command, and then you want to be getting that first 100 gas, you want to get that factory, and then you want to transition straight into a starport. So what I'm going to do is, again, fast expand. And the key here is to make the tiniest amount of defense possible to hold this, because the more minerals you have to get those higher tier units and get that command center up and running, the better you're going to be off. And also, it's also very important because if you make too many units, you're really not actually doing anything, because if you're going to be aggressive, you might as well go for aggressive build and actually attack your opponent, not just sit there and twirl your thumbs. So there's my 13 gas. I'm grabbing my 15 refineries, as I said. I will have it is a 16 refinery because I do make a marine. I don't know, 15, 16, whatever you want to. I don't know how you want to do it, but so I pump out that first marine because what I want to do is I want to get that marine out quickly as possible and deny scouting to my opponent. You guys will notice though in this replay, the SCV is actually able to get him with like I think 5 hit points because I missed micro my marine. But it's very important to deny scouting, because if he doesn't see what's going on, he's gonna get nervous. He might start panicking a little bit, and then he kind of overproduces units to defend, or he starts to try and tech up hella hard, and then you can go attack him later in the game, and he's kind of like, oh crap. So right here, I'm trying to deny the scouting, and again, I did not do a good job of placing my marine. I should have moved him one more over, and I would have had this guy. And now he's going to be able to get into my base, and he sees what's going on. He sees my factory. He sees both refineries up. I was able to cut off him so he couldn't see that building again, so maybe he didn't get a quick look on it, which is nice. But that's alright. So there's my factory. I am throwing my tech lev down a little late. Kind of was a little worried about the SCV, so a little bit behind on that one. Now you guys will notice here is I actually put down a second factory, and I didn't mean to. I meant to put a starport down, so I was actually way behind in this build. That Viking would have been really late, and I was a little upset about that. And so yeah, it was bad. It was not good. I honestly thought I was making a starport. I don't know why. You guys see there's a factory. So I have one marine defending. I'm going to put a reactor on here because with my fast expand, I like to get siege tanks and a lot of marines. Put bunkers down and to protect my expansion. Now what this build allows you to do is see my opponent here is he's definitely going for a three barracks opening, if you will, because he knows that I got that factory up. I'm going to be trying to go for either fast banshees, you know, try to expand fast, get those siege tanks out quickly. So he's trying to deny me that. So again, now that I've been scouted, I do send out my SCV because I want to know where he is on the map, because might as well know now, because that's kind of important in this game, is to scout properly. Always looking ahead in my population here. See, as you guys see my factory, I go, oh, at this point I was like, oh crap, I screwed up big time. Not good on my part. And then I got way behind in gas because I spent the, what is it, 100 gas on the factory. Oh, it was bad. So yeah, that 100 gas I spent there was supposed to go to my siege tank upgrade and to get another siege tank out quickly. So yeah, it was kind of bad on my part. And I just want to point some out to you guys. With this build that my opponent's doing, it's actually not that great against Terran, especially cross distance like this, and when it's so late in the game, because I mean he's massing Marines, which my siege tanks will basically one burst, and on top of that, I mean it's so late in the game that it's not going to be as effective as he thinks it's going to be. And I kind of panicked here because when I scouted, my SCV didn't go up his wall, and I was kind of like, excuse me, where's this guy? And I thought maybe he lifted and landed like on an island or something, and I was like, oh crap, here we go. So I do find out eventually where he is. Look at the range on those Marauders. And so I got my little tiny defense force here. It is a little bit behind because, again, I made that factory and I feel stupid. And I know this is not a great video, but you guys will get the gist of it. So continue to just pump out Marines. Always staying ahead in my supply count. As you guys see, I'm always a couple ahead. Make sure you want to stay there. I should be producing more SCVs. There we go. More SCVs coming on the way. Making another supply depot. Making more siege tanks. More Marines. I do have this factory out here because I'm just going to use it to scout. I mean, might as well do that with it right now because I don't have the economy to support 2 factories. I keep coming with my siege tanks. Command center is almost done, so it'll be ready to go here. And notice the placement of these siege tanks. You want to keep them kind of hugged to the wall. I put a bunker down here to kind of just protect my ramp. I should have made it put a little bit more over. But not a big deal. He's so worried about my factory, which is awesome because it's giving me more time to get out more Marines, more siege tanks. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Good for you. What's your name? Sarin or something like that? Sarin. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, he's giving me time. Now, I want to just a little note here, you guys. This siege tank placement, not the best because what I want to do is I want to actually have it more down so it covers this whole area. So I do bring this one down, but again, I should have placed this one a little bit better because he's not going to get as many shots on my opponents as he needs to, which is too bad. But he does get enough shots on there anyways to pretty much soften these bad boys up. And this bunker, Marines, siege tanks just going to work on these guys, pretty much blasting everybody away. I keep my Marines in this bunker in case there's any more reinforcements, and these Marines can handle these Marauders fairly easily. I mean, not a big deal. And my expansion is going up. Continue to produce SCVs, calling them mules down here as well. Got Banshees coming out. Going to be getting more siege tanks and Marines and what have you. Killing off these Marines. Boom, shakalaka. And my opponent leaves the game. Now, in other cases, your opponent might not leave the game, so I'll explain what you do from here. After you do that, and you notice your opponent, he spent a lot of money and invested in this Marine Marauder build. I was getting Banshees because while he's streaming reinforcements, I'm going to go hit his economy, deny his expansion, and basically get so far ahead of him with my siege tanks, Marines, and even get like Hellions in there to counteract those infantry. Then you can pretty much contain your opponent, use the siege tanks, slowly walk into his base, and then beat him. So I just want to show you guys how to kind of do this fast expand here as a Terran player. Use those siege tanks. I mean, seriously, turtle up. That's what Terran players do. I mean, if you watch StarCraft 1, I mean, good God. I mean, siege tanks were everywhere. It was ridiculous. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll just keep feeding you guys a bunch of Terran tutorials. If anybody wants coaching as a Terran player, please feel free to hit me up on MSN or Windows Live Messenger. It is Ambient Replays, all one word. Just send me a little contact request and I'll add you and we can set up a little appointment or whatever. And I'll catch you guys for another video.